Good morning, Saudi Daisy. Today's show includes information on the talent show, a field trip, and then an update on the Timothy Pizen case. Let's get started with the pledge and a moment of silence. Seniors, today is the last day to turn in your senior directory. These forms can be turned into Ms. Hartline or your third block teacher. Talent show auditions are April 23rd and 24th. If you're interested in auditioning, talk to Ms. Boydston in room 115. There will be a field trip for juniors and seniors to the UTC Technology Symposium. The trip will be on April 18th and will leave after the EOC testing that day and return by the end of the day. The trip is $10 and lunch will be provided. Return signed forms to Mr. Moore, Ms. Hicks, or Mr. Klein as soon as possible. Hope in the face of heartbreak. The family of Timothy Pizen says they will continue to search for their loved one after the FBI rejected a man's claim identifying himself to authorities as the boy who went missing from Illinois in 2011. Natasha Chen has the latest from Newport, Kentucky, following the latest twist in the case.
Well, this person claiming to be Timothy Pizen had just been released from an Ohio prison on March 7th. According to the State Department of Corrections, he had started a 3-year parole period and wasn't allowed to leave the state without permission. A family and a community are in shock after police say a man made false claims of being a missing Illinois boy.
It's just been exhausting.
It's devastating.
Yeah.
It's like reliving that day all over again.
Thursday afternoon, the FBI revealed that DNA testing proved the man claiming to be Timothy Pizen, who disappeared nearly 8 years ago, was actually 23-year-old Brian Michael Reaney, a man from Medina, Ohio, with a criminal record and a history of lying to authorities.
I couldn't even think straight. I'm not disappointed for me. I'm disappointed for the family of Timothy.
Reaney's brother describes him as having a troubled past.
He's been doing stupid stuff for as long as I can remember.
The alleged break in the nearly 8-year-old case led law enforcement officials on a multi-state investigation.
I hope that someday we're able to find young Timothy and find out where he was and what happened to him so that we can reunite that family.
Pizen's family says they are heartbroken to learn the news, but they are not giving up hope.
We know that you are out there somewhere, Tim, and we will never stop looking for you, praying for you, and loving you.
Reaney's brother said this wouldn't be the first time he lied to police. He said his brother used his name during a traffic stop in 2017, causing the brother's license to be suspended. In Newport, Kentucky, I'm Natasha Chen. Back to you.
Today marks 25 years since the tragic death of one of rock and roll's greatest artists. Kurt Cobain took his own life on this day in 1994 after battling years of drug addiction. Danny Goldberg, former manager for Nirvana, details his time with the band and close friendship with Cobain in a new book titled Serving the Servant. Goldberg says the singer struggled with drug addiction and believes his addiction was more like a disease than a choice.
Looking ahead to today's forecast, we're seeing more warm weather and a little bit of sun. Temperatures are going to be in the mid-60s for our drive home today, with the afternoon high reaching 70. Skies will be cloudy through the morning, but partly cloudy starting this afternoon. Tomorrow's forecast shows partly cloudy skies all day. Temperatures will be in the high 50s in the morning and the high 60s in the afternoon, with a low of 56 and a high of 74. Looking ahead in the week, we're seeing warm temperatures ahead, plus thunderstorms Sunday and Tuesday.
And finally, today is the Chinese Qingming Festival, or Tomb Sweeping Festival. Here with more information is Coach Selbo.
清明节快乐! That's a Happy Tomb Sweeping Festival in Chinese, and that happens to be today. 清明节 is the first lunar day of springtime in China, Vietnam, a lot of these other Asian countries that use the lunar calendar. And on 清明节, families will get together, they'll cook some foods, they'll grab a bunch of like paper items such as money, but they're fake monies, and they'll take that out to their cemeteries and find their family members, their past family members and ancestors, and they'll burn those things as like epitaphs for their families and send those prayers to their ancestors. And this is because the Chinese people have something called xiao, which is a kind of love or kind of respect that says that they will continue to care for their older parts of the family even after they're dead. And this is very different than Western idea of love. In the West here, we tell each other that we love each other all the time, but the Chinese never tell each other that they love each other. Instead, they just express it through actions, and that is xiao. So I could say, I love you in Chinese, well, 爱你, and that is the American or the Western way of saying it. But if you have xiao, it is not said, it's just something we do for each other. And that goes on forever until you're dead, and then your family members will do it for you on forever. It's kind of a form of ancestor worship. So anyways, 清明节快乐, happy tomb sweeping day.
That's all for today, Sunny Daisy. Tune in Monday for more important announcements. Until then, have a good day and good news.